Have you ever stopped to consider how everything in the universe is interconnected? How the smallest actions we take can have a significant impact on the world? How the universe itself is a vast, interconnected web of energy and vibrations? Today, I want to explore these ideas and convince you that we are all connected and one, through the lens of science and the secrets of the universe. Picture this: you have two particles, say electrons, that are born together and spend their entire lives entangled. They are like two best friends who have a unique bond that no one else can understand. When you separate them and take one to the other side of the universe, something strange happens. If you change the state of one of the particles, say by measuring its spin, the other particle instantly knows about it and changes its own state to match it. It's as if they are communicating with each other instantaneously, faster than the speed of light, even though they are separated by vast distances. This phenomenon is known as quantum entanglement, and it's one of the most bizarre and fascinating aspects of quantum physics. Scientists, including Albert Einstein and Erwin Schrödinger, first discovered the phenomenon of entanglement in the 1930s. In 1972, John Clauser and Stuart Friedman were the first to prove experimentally that two widely separated particles can be entangled. But what does it have to do with the idea that the universe is interconnected and that we are all one? Well, quantum entanglement suggests that there is a fundamental interconnectedness between all particles in the universe. It means that even particles that are separated by billions of light years are still somehow connected and can influence each other's behavior. It's like they are all part of a giant, invisible web that stretches across the entire universe. This interconnectedness has been tested and verified in numerous experiments, and it suggests that the universe is not a collection of isolated objects, but a complex, interdependent system where everything is connected to everything else. It means that we are not separate individuals but part of a larger whole, and our actions have an impact not just on ourselves but on the entire system. Let's move away from quantum entanglement to something more bizarre. It's June 28, 1914, and Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, is visiting Sarajevo with his wife. They are riding in an open car, enjoying the warm sun and the beautiful scenery of Bosnia and Herzegovina, which is then part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But little do they know that their journey is about to take a wrong turn, one that will have catastrophic consequences for the world. As the car makes its way through the crowded streets of Sarajevo, the driver, Leopold Lochka, takes a wrong turn and ends up on a street where a group of young Bosnian Serbs are waiting. One of them, a young man named Gavrilo Princip, sees the car and recognizes the Archduke. He pulls out a gun and shoots both the Archduke and his wife, killing them instantly. This poor action, one small mistake, the wrong turn taken by the driver Lochka, sets off a chain reaction of events that leads to the outbreak of World War I. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, and then Germany declares war on Russia and France, setting off a domino effect of alliances and declarations of war across Europe. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand is a classic example of the butterfly effect, where a small change in one part of a system can lead to large changes in another part of the system. It's amazing to think that the wrong turn taken by the driver was the catalyst for a world war that would claim millions of lives and change the course of history forever. This is the butterfly effect, which suggests that small changes can lead to significant and unpredictable results. The idea was first proposed by Edward Lorenz, a meteorologist who noticed that small changes in the initial conditions of weather patterns could have a significant impact on the final outcome. This phenomenon occurs because everything in the universe is interconnected, and the tiniest actions can have a ripple effect that spreads throughout the entire system. The butterfly effect, the idea that a small action, like the flapping of a butterfly's wings, can cause a chain reaction of events that lead to significant changes in the world. This is because everything in the universe is connected, and even the smallest action can have a magnificent effect on everything else. Moving away from quantum entanglement and butterfly effect, the laws of thermodynamics reveal a deep truth about the universe we live in. The first law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. This means that the energy that makes up everything in the universe has always been here, and will always be here. It's incredible to think that the same energy that powers the sun, the stars, and even our own bodies, has been around since the beginning of time. But that's not all. The second law of thermodynamics suggests that everything in the universe tends towards disorder, or entropy. This may sound depressing, but it actually reveals something remarkable about the interconnectedness of everything. You see, this theory also suggests that the universe is in a state of constant change and transformation, meaning that everything is connected and part of a larger system. Think about it. The energy that makes up the stars, the planets, and even us, is constantly being transformed and transferred from one form to another. The sun's energy is absorbed by plants, which we then eat, and the energy is transferred to us. The air we breathe in is made up of molecules that were once a part of a distant mountain, or a faraway ocean. Every single thing in the universe is connected, and part of a larger system. So when we talk about interconnectedness, we're not just talking about some vague, philosophical concept. The laws of thermodynamics show us that everything in the universe is connected, from the tiniest particles to the largest galaxies. We are all part of this interconnected system, and our actions have a ripple effect that can be felt throughout the universe. Let me take you on a journey through the secrets of the universe. From the stars and galaxies to the smallest particles, everything is part of a greater whole. And some scientists even suggest that the universe itself is a hologram, where everything is interconnected in this mesmerizing universe. The laws of physics and nature reveal that we are all interconnected. We're all part of this vast network of energy and vibrations that bind us together. This interconnectedness isn't limited to just energy. The laws of physics also suggest that everything is connected through space and time. In fact, Einstein's theory of relativity reveals that space and time are intertwined and can't exist without each other. This means that everything that happens in the universe is interconnected through space and time. So, being interconnected is a fundamental truth about the universe we live in. We are all part of this greater whole, connected through energy, space, and time. This idea of oneness and interconnectedness is not just a scientific concept but a philosophical one as well. Western philosophers like Spinoza and Hegel have talked about how everything is part of a greater whole and how we're all connected. It has been explored in many different philosophical traditions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, and Stoicism. These traditions suggest that everything in the universe is interconnected and that we are all part of a greater whole. You, me, and everyone else is one and the same. Be enlightened.